Alright, alright, alright. I think it's time to get started. Oh, new backdrop? What? Crazy. Okay, I think this should be working. Can everyone hear me alright? Can everyone see me alright? Oh, I'm frozen. Okay. This is gonna be, I'm gonna try to make this as less scuffed as possible. Oh, the chat is still catching up. Hello, everybody. It's okay. I've received some of the scuff from, it's been passed down to me from the Cyberpunk stream this morning. Spinning at Seeds Meezy. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having an epic day. Yes, moving now, looking good. Okay, yeah, looking amazing as always. Let's start off with a bit of attendance. Hello, PodChamp Senpai. Hello, Person. Hello, Keated. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I know this is a bit different from my typical time, so hopefully we'll see some new faces here. Hello, U16 Rogue. Hello, Aegis Slayer. Hello, Astro Atropos. Hello, PodChamp Senpai. Hello, Architelos. Hello, Hairday. Yes. This is going to be a very epic stream because you guys submitted a ton of video clips for me to look at, and some of them were diabolical. Like, some of them, I was just going through them last night, making sure that everything was, like, school appropriate, and some of them made me reconsider my life choices. Oh, hello, person with a very strange username. Thank you for the kind compliments, I guess. 9 p.m. for me, just about the right time. UK here, so different time zone. Oh yeah, no, this is probably a much better time for the European folks. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't already seen, another VTuber member, Syzygy, did her debut of a new model today, and she is she's in the European time zone, so her stream time is early in the morning for me, but it was very epic. If you haven't already, go check it out. You can find her socials here for Syzygy. The model was designed by my gen mate, Mylan, who is incredibly talented, by the way. So I woke up in the morning, was doom scrolling, saw the stream, said hi, and so forth. Yeah, totally not sus clips. And if you don't know already, you can type in, oh, is it Amogus? Yeah, and then Stream Elements will print out an Among Us for you. Not like midnight for us Euros. It's nice to join live from the EU once in a while. Hello, Tunska. Yeah, no, I'm actually really glad this time works better for people. Especially the European folks, since typically I stream in the evenings for Pacific time or early mornings. So I'm glad to be able to catch you folks. Yeah. Yeah, no, typically time zones are pretty hard to deal with. Actually, there's one thing that I've been looking forward to recently that is also dependent on time zones, and that is the Formula 1 season starting. Oh my god, I am actually so stoked. Like, so, for those of you who do not know, Formula 1 is like racing, car racing. I absolutely love it. And the first race of the 2025 season is today. And typically these F1 races are actually really hard to watch from like the US time zones, unless the races are in the US, because otherwise they're at like 3 a.m. or something. But this race is actually at a very reasonable time for me. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Pacific time, so I'm going to be watching the race tonight. I'm very excited. For those of you who are Formula 1 fans, you are probably also very excited. Asian folks are cooked. It's 5 a.m. Oof. Yeah, no, I need to try to do a poll and see like what time works best for people. I did do the Zensus, and I'm gonna probably go over those results during my last stream before my hiatus. Hadn't realized you were part of a gen. Yes, I'm part of V-Theorem, which is this group of amazing science VTubers. They are absolutely amazing. Here, let me make chat a little bit bigger. So they and me do science communication content. I know this is not really as much science. Is this still science communication? Chat, what do you think? What do you think? Is this science communication? I guess I am raising awareness about science in media, so maybe. Sure, why not? Yes. It depends. Yeah, I think this is probably more on the border. Pop science is still science? Yeah. I think it can be like a bit of a dangerous... Okay, not dangerous. It's not gonna like... Am I frozen? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay, we're back. How legit is the science in this anime? It's totally legit. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Speaking of, this will be... Why do I keep freezing? No! I guess I have to click a tab that's not OBS and it works fine. That is very strange. Yeah. I'll just keep an eye on that. Science is so cool. Yeah, no, I agree with that statement. Science is very epic. So, a brief announcement. This is my second to last stream before my spring break hiatus. It won't be that long. I'll be back on April 1st. More specifically, it might not be me who is back, if that makes sense. It may be a different version of me. A different version of me. Very TBD. So next Thursday will probably be my last stream where we'll go over some astrophysics content. Z 2.0? Yeah, no, very subtle. You may have seen what I've done there. It may not be me who returns. It may be a version of me. Okay, I think those of you who know. And if you don't know, you'll find out very, very soon enough. So keep an eye out on that, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be like live on socials and that kind of stuff. I may also have a few surprises lined up for you guys. What could those be? Yeah, I probably sound deranged without context. Yeah, no, exactly. Okay. Here, I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. And I want to get started. Oh. Okay. I guess I freeze if I click something that is OBS. I want to get started. I want to watch anime clips. This is going to be a good break during the day, in between crazy amounts of work that I've had to catch up on. Because I've been taking some time off after my accident, it also means that a lot of work is piling up. But it's okay. So, there are two different ways for us to rate these videos. In chat, you can either give it a Zeal of approval, or you can give it the Zeal of disapproval. And it is up to you to decide when that occurs. Here, I'm gonna move this to the side. So, if you think a clip is worthy of approval, then you say Zeal of approval. Else, Zeal of disapproval. And that's how I'm gonna be ranking these clips. Okay, without much further ado, let's get started. This stream probably won't be too long. I don't have that many clips to go through, but we're just gonna have some fun. Okay, first let me clear this. Is this based on validity of physics or other factors? I think in general it should be based on the validity of the physics, though I have to admit, when I was going through these clips, I don't think there's going to be a lot of videos that receive the Zeal of approval. Here, I'm gonna make chat a little smaller, and then whoever's username is absolutely long. Look at how it's like blocking the view. It's okay, it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna bring this forward then real quick. Yeah, let's do this real quick and then, yeah. All right, so this is the first clip. Thank you to INX for submitting this. I'm sure anime can be used to replace some physics lectures. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah. Okay, wait, I'm at a loss for words. We have to, we should, let's look at that again. Let's look at that again. So, the guy touches this log. He removes the log without any slicing, jumps on the log, and speeds off. Alright, y'all are giving it the Zeal of disapproval. Hello, Brenda. Yes, hello, Aegis Slayer. Yeah, no, Zeal of disapproval violates both inertia and aerodynamics. Is it concrete? Because that makes it worse. Because I was thinking if it's wood, it can... Okay, it's not realistic either way. So, I saw this clip and I was thinking of it. Conservation of pillar. Even if it was of like negligible mass, like the log is like, okay, the log is moving at like supersonic speeds. Like the amount of like force required to like do that is like enormous. In addition, it seems to be moving completely tangent to the Earth. So would it be like orbiting Earth? That means that's probably moving like faster than like 30 kilometers per second, let alone like the air resistance that's like also needs to be accounted for. And for the guy to like not fall off, you'd probably need a horizontal velocity that like matches the log's speed. But how did the log get up to speed? I have so many questions. Wait, it seems like the guy like jumped on. Do we know that this is Earth? I mean, it might not be, but considering like that A, there is a log, B, there are trees, there is a blue sky, I think it implies that it is Earth. Did his foot even touch the pillar? That's a great question. Okay, so he removes the log, and then he just throws it and jumps on it. Wait, that makes things even worse, because that means that the log must have been traveling before him, so he must have been traveling even faster than the log, and then somehow have been able to catch up to the log, slow down, and be motionless relative to the log. Oh god. Maybe it's a low-mass asteroid with fake trees and a blue dome around it. Yeah, maybe this, like, wind that's blowing past it is actually, like, an illusion, and... and this individual is just, like, floating at, like, a meter per second or something. That's still pretty fast, though. In atmosphere orbit. Yeah, no, why bother throwing it? Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I think we can all agree this gets the Zeal of disapproval. Oh god, this clip is so bad. I think this is an indicator of, like, how the rest of the clips will look like, by the way. Alright, Orbeez, Zeal of disapproval. Wait, it is Earth. This is from Dragon Ball. He's with the Red Ribbon Army. Okay, so we can cross out that this is actually not fake Earth. Okay, well this one is definitely a no-no. Next clip. next clip. This quote-unquote pro maneuver. Let's watch this. Let me clear out the dudes. Alright. Let's see this. Okay, I have to admit, this one is not as horrendous. Here, let me move my mic real quick. This is not as horrendous as the previous clip. But there's still, like, a few things that are wrong. So, first, it appears that, like, the people are moving in, like, slower motion. Like, there's a moment, like, right here where you can see, like, this front girl's legs, is, like, moving slowly. And this girl here on the right, like, somehow has, like, time to emote and respond and leap after. And then this maneuver here where she's like grabbing onto the other girl's legs, even if you were able to rotate, there would be some like air resistance and energy loss. Because, okay, so the moment you grab onto the other person, like your momentum like combines together. So you have to somehow transform the, like, downward momentum that this girl in the front has into rotational motion. Yeah, no, the blonde girl just, like, clearly is not affected by the laws of gravity. What if the girl in the back just leapt really hard? I think what could be possible is, like, okay, no. This is not possible. Yeah, they appear to be floating. Yeah, you would experience like energy loss as well, so there wouldn't be like any rotational motion for this like maneuver to happen. Yeah. This is breaking a lot of laws of physics. I have to admit, it's not as bad as the previous example, but alright, Orbeez, it's time to vote. Zeal of approval or zeal of disapproval? Because I definitely think this is gonna get the zeal of disapproval. Ouch, yeah, no, this does look a little painful. Zeal disapproval, zeal disapproval. Approval because I liked it anyways. No, that's not allowed here. That's not allowed here. Only real physics will get the zeal of approval. Instantaneous massive concentration of air particles. But if you're really hard, then the force is applied at the edge of the center mass, therefore massive torque. I mean, okay, let me go back here. I'm going to analyze this again. So, it looks like, it doesn't look like she's even like she's not even like grabbing the bottom of the legs, which could potentially have like maximized torque. Oh, I guess maybe. But one thing you might note here is that like, look at how the girl in the back, her body is much higher. Like, I think that would require, like, it would need to be superhuman, because the bare minimum would have to be that she leaps even, like, taller than that window in the apartment sill. Anime girls have hollow bones. Yeah, so it actually works out. No, I'm just joking. Too bad submissions are closed. I'd love to see you react to Keijo. Yeah, no, I unfortunately had to close submissions because there are like 17 videos or something we need to go through. Actually, probably more like 14. But, if you guys enjoyed this series, after the stream ends, put it in the comments, and I'll probably do a sequel because, there were a lot of videos that are being submitted. It's higher because the center of mass is at the location where her hands grab the legs, right? The center of mass is at the location where her hands grab the legs. I feel like when she's in this position, though, her center of mass is almost like the top girl center of mass is probably somewhere around here. That's how pole jumping works, because the reason why, actually, before there was this one guy who found this out, the way that pole jumping worked is that people would just like jump over it. But then people realized that the best way to maximize your pole jumping is to have your center of mass be below your body. And that way you can actually like move in an arc above the pole. The center of mass of the whole system from this, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but like, maybe somewhere around like here. Yeah, maybe it's around where she grabbed the legs. Yeah, the center of mass of both girls would be between them. Somewhere around, like, here, maybe. But still, that would require an incredible amount of torque. Because if you think about the weight of this other girl, before this torque was applied, she was basically always moving downward. She had no, like, rotational motion. Anywho. Alright, this seems like an overwhelming zeal of disapproval, and it also looks very painful. I hope... I don't know which anime this is from. Thank you, Sundari-kun, for submitting this. But yes. Oh. Next clip. Oh, God. Oh, God, this one. Oh, my God. I think this is like, okay, it's not the worst clip in this presentation, but it's pretty bad. This is, thank you to Keated for submitting this. It is from Uninhabited Planet Survive, episode 3. Alright, Orbeez, before we watch this one, I want everybody to grab a little bit of water, drink the water, take a deep breath in and deep breath out, and try to control your inner rage. Alright, let's watch this. Pain. Alright, push the bottom left switch. Spacecraft. Bro, they just said stop and the thing. Oh no. Alright, that's basically the entire clip. Do you see what the problem is here? Space friction. Stop. If you stop in vacuum, the spacecraft won't just stop. The spacecraft will keep on moving at a constant rate. What's so problematic about this one? A whole room of physicists was screaming. Honestly, when I first watched this, like, I had to like pause and step away from the screen. Yeah, no, this is definitely a zeal of disapproval. Yes, so when you stop a spacecraft... Yeah, no, was it so hard to draw the other thruster? Exactly, like, when you stop a spacecraft, because of Newton's laws, when you tell the spacecraft to stop and you turn off the thruster in the vacuum, it's not just going to stop. It's going to keep moving at a constant rate in the direction that you just pushed it in. And what's so frustrating about this is that, maybe space is thick in this universe. Maybe the ether is real and exists in Uninhabited Planet Survive. But what's even more frustrating is that, like, they could have so easily drawn, like, thrusters moving in the opposite direction. And it probably would not have required, like, too much, like, additional effort to have drawn this. So, yeah. It's the Minkowski particles. Yeah, fluid space, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no, Tanska asks, what about reaction wheels? Reaction wheels are nice and useful. They're actually very useful for, like, smaller satellites, too, like, when dealing with, like, CubeSats and stuff like that. But yeah, no, they're not enough to completely, like, stop a spacecraft of this scale. Especially, like, yeah. I was also thinking, like, if they were near, like, the Earth or something, they could have had, like, magnetorquers, and what magnetorquers are is that they align with the Earth's magnetic field, but from what it seems like, they're just in the vacuum of space. There are no magnetic fields that they can align with, and even that would not be very strong. Yeah, it's just laziness. They just hate physicists. They didn't have enough budget for the additional thrusters. Yeah, no, they ran out of funding to get the additional thrusters. Alright, Orbeez. Zeal of disapproval or zeal of approval? Now, if any one of you guys writes zeal of approval here, I think I think that would be very that would be very sad. Zeal of disapproval, yep. Disapproval all the way. I think if there was a way to get like the double zeal of disapproval, I would also do that. Okay, I want to watch this again just to make sure I wasn't tripping. Here, we were like here. The thing is, this creature looks really cute. Wait, you have to put... Okay, I don't think this is also how it... Zeal of disapproval, ZOD. Oh my god, watching this is so painful.
Stop. Oh! 次は機種を上げるで。上へ3秒半や。仰角プラス10度。腹から突入するで。
Okay. Okay. That was another clip of the pain. Zeal of disapproval. The clip never technically says this is space. Yeah, but I think it's implied that they're in space. Oh. I guess, like, prior to that, I don't want to get too copyright striked, but... I mean, this looks like Earth. They're on or a planet, I guess. They're on approach to a planet, but still some way off. It's a submarine! Yes, this was actually a submarine. Maybe the jet is hidden behind the wing. Where were we? We're like here.
Stop it.
No, there's like nothing there. There's nothing there. This is so painful. Hello, Hero439. I read the title and I immediately thought Dr. Stone. Oh, wait, there is a clip of Dr. Stone in this presentation. Speaking of, we should probably move on because this clip definitely causes way too much suffering. Definitely the zeal of disapproval. Honestly, if they had tried, like, even if they had, like, a little thruster that wasn't in the right spot, but something to show that they had tried, I would have given it, like, a zeal of mid. But they didn't even try, which makes us so sad. Yeah, they went into the effort. See, they could have also made this clip without even showing the spacecraft. They didn't even need to show the spacecraft. Like, they literally had to stop and show the scene itself. Okay. Z is angry. Wrath. Angry. Yeah, no, what is the narrative importance of this exactly? Okay. Alright, Orbeez, before we move on, let's do a square breathing exercise together. Alright, we are now very zen. Alright, next clip, Dr. Stone. Oh, well, I can't believe she wasn't hurt by that, but...
電気の爆弾だ。
Oh, this is so
センク
cool.
磁石作りは失敗かもしれんぞ。くっつくどころか近づける。謎の力で弾かれる。
SN 逆だ。科学王国特製。二刀流手回し発電機完成だ。本当にあれで発電できてんの？
This is so cool.
蒸し焼きにした竹の繊維だ。お、
I guess this is a bunch of clips stitched
日
together.
本の竹から作ったエジソンの電球だ。
エジソンの電球。
Oh, I love this green guy. Yeah.
これは夜の闇を3700年ぶりに照らす科学の火だ。
Wow. This is so cool. Wow. I have to admit, I think that probably is a little brighter than what I would anticipate. But yeah, the helmet is basically her glasses. Yeah. I have to say, Dr. Stone, okay, there's no debate about this. This gets a Zeal of approval. Yeah, that's probably not gonna last, but in general, I have to say, when it comes to any clips with Dr. Stone, Zeal of approval. They really spend a lot of time to make it like scientifically accurate. There was another clip I wanted to show that was like in Dr. Stone, that was when they create gunpowder for the first time, but I wasn't sure, like, A, I couldn't find a clip of it, and B, I wasn't sure if that would get me like demonetized or something. But they like describe like the ingredients you need to make it. And it's actually like quite accurate. I think there was also another person who like reviewed Dr. Stone, like chemist, and said that everything sounded right. So yeah, no, they really put the work in. Yeah, Dr. Stone is very great. Senku is amazing. I have to admit, I'm low-key down bad for Senku. Senku's great. Senku is so smart. Like, think about just like no textbooks, nothing, no internet. You're just by yourself and you're able to like recreate society. Oh, Mylan, Dr. Stone, I missed it. Well, yeah, I mean, this is a bunch of clips like stitched together. I think like what my favorite part was not only the magnet, but where they made like the dual hand crank generator. We all be simping for Senku. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, this is great. I absolutely love Dr. Stone. Definitely getting the zeal of disapproval. No, the zeal of approval on this one. This was great. Thank you to Anonymous for submitting this one. I think in general, don't trust him on psychology. Oh wait, Mylan, you should react to the psychology dude. I'm really bad with character names. The psychology dude in Dr. Stone, this guy. Yeah, the black white hair guy. I'm still like catching up on watching the animes, but this is a really good show. All right, Zeal of approval. I think that might be our first like real Zeal of approval. Okay. In general, Zeal of disapproval. Does everyone get the Zeal of disapproval? Zeal of disapproval. Zeal of disapproval. All right, this one was submitted by Eggy. Let's watch this. So Saitama's on the moon. Is somehow able to breathe and not vaporize. Well, not vaporize, but like survive. Yeah, Zeal disapproval for that one. So there's a lot of things wrong with this clip. He's holding his breath. Oh yeah, no, that immediately fixes everything. I mean, he is completely exposed to the harsh conditions of space. And considering the amount of time he stays on here, it's also a non-negligible amount of radiation that he's experiencing. And then he's somehow able to exert so much momentum that it creates this crater on the moon, and he lands back to Earth. That being said, I think One Punch Man is designed to be comical. I actually have not watched One Punch Man. Okay, that's a lie. I watched like the first half of One Punch Man, but I guess the physicist in me could not bear it any longer. It's okay, he runs a lot, he does like push-ups and sit-ups. Yeah, no, he works out. I believe him in too, exactly. Oh, Keated, yeah, we're gonna go over that next. Zeal of approval, Zeal of disapproval. Zeal of approval. Zeal of approval. Oh wait, give me 1 second. I think my phone's going off. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, let me check chat. Zeal of approval? Zeal of approval because it's Saitama? Okay. Zeal of approval. In theory, you could do that. I think there's a lot of things wrong. So the next thing Eggy submitted actually was this, which I thought was much more of an atrocity. Saitama sneezes, and I was gonna say, if this was Jupiter, like, then I don't think there's that many, there's not, like, Jupiter's a gas giant. Hello, Eternal Sonata. But what's even more menacing is that somehow Saitama sneezes enough to strip off Jupiter's outer layers. Oh, it's on a moon of Jupiter. So somehow, I guess he, like, evaporates the moon as well? Okay, there's a lot of things here, wrong here. First off, the sheer amount of energy required to do this would be crazy scales. I mean, we're talking, like, we're talking, like, an immense energy scales. I can't even envision how much that would be. Okay, maybe from like a back of the envelope calculation. Oh, okay, one thing that's also weird is that somehow like the core is like exposed and it's somehow fine. I think you would probably definitely need like, it would have cosmic consequences. I think about on the scale of like supernovae or something. That's just what I'm thinking. In addition, this manga does not account for recoil effects. And I can imagine that the recoil from this explosion would cause Jupiter, would cause Saitama and any other individuals involved to be like launched out of the solar system at like very high speeds. Also, Jupiter's core should look like that. Yeah, that too. There's just so many things wrong. I did want to point to like one like real, okay, this is not even analogous, but this is a really cool example of Shoemaker Levy 9, which was a comet that actually collided into Jupiter, and it was one of the first instances where we actually saw like an object come in and have an impact on Jupiter, and we were able to see it, measure, and track it over time. And this was a comet, and it left this tiny dent, but one thing you might notice is that there is no further damage. Like, it's just like maybe a dent in the clouds. Jupiter looks totally fine. It's still totally fine. I think it actually launches them at Earth, that means that they were traveling at faster than relativistic speeds, which is another issue because even if you're traveling like very, very close to the speed of light, it would take like, what is it, like hours, minutes? Let's see. Time to transmit to Jupiter. Yeah, I think it would take like 35 to 52 minutes if you're traveling at the speed of light. So they were traveling faster at the speed of light after the fact, which is also a significant issue. Yeah, rip Earth. And like, how did they slow down? Is it minutes? Did I get that wrong? But yeah. Anywho. Alright. Approval or disapproval? I think One Punch Man is a bit of a gray zone, just because I have to admit, it is mostly for funsies. It's not trying to be realistic. But I feel like in general, like, they could have had He ended up ripping a hole in time. Okay, I have to say, there's a bit of a boundary where it goes a little bit too far, right? Futurama clips would have been great. Yeah, no. Honestly, what I'm hearing from this stream is that you guys want a sequel. Do you guys want a sequel? You guys want a sequel? Maybe this will be a stream after I come back from my break. The writers of the show are all PhDs in math. Exactly. Yes. If you guys want a sequel, once the VOD is up, be sure to comment, and I will comment any clips you might want me to look at. Yes, yes, okay, yeah. I'm glad this is a big hit. Okay. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, this was submitted by Eternal Sonata. Oh, I forgot to edit this out. I was actually not going to include this because I couldn't find a clip of it that I could watch it myself. But in general, maybe I can try to download a clip for it for next time. Considering that we will have a sequel of this stream. I definitely want to go over this. Yeah, no, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But the bartender show is very, very good. I think I was recommended it by the Orbeez. But apparently there's a scene where one of the characters is a professor in computational fluid dynamics, and he describes like the Navier-Stokes equation. We'll save this for next time. I'm sorry I didn't get that figured out. I kind of forgot the slide was in here, but we'll watch it for next time. Oh, oops, I forgot to change the title of this one. Yeah, no, thank you, Eternal Sonata, for submitting this. I think this might actually be our last clip. Right on time as well. Alright, so this is Orb. Oh, this is quite long. But let's watch through this. Okay, first off, like, if you're going to somebody and you're saying, draw the orbit of Mars, like, there's a lot of things, like, first, you have to scale the orbit of Mars correctly, which is actually quite challenging because the solar system is huge. You could probably scale it relative to Earth's orbit. In addition, you would have to get, like, the eccentricity correctly. I guess this is kind of hard to see, but... Okay. There's a few things wrong here. But let's see if it gets corrected. What? What? What do you mean that'll do? No! Wait, what is T? Is T supposed to be the sun? Okay. The scale is so wrong here. Second, he didn't even try to make the orbits elliptical. That's like one of Kepler's laws of motion. That's like the first one. He didn't even try to make it elliptical. Oh wait, is this relative to... Oh wait. Hold up. Okay, wait. T is for Terra. So, oh, I guess they believed. Oh, I see. So they first, okay, so they first believed that all the planets orbited Terra or Earth. Then they noticed that some of these planets have this weird retrograde motion, and that these planets are like moving backwards and then moving forwards. Okay, and now it's being corrected. Okay. Okay.
だが地球が動けば可能だ。
I'm hoping that they correct this.
何してるんです？
宇宙を再現してる。
What? I actually did not watch this clip in advance, just because I kind of assumed it would be school
この
appropriate.
枝を中心に私より内側の円を回るように追い越してくれ。早く。
今ので何が？
ああ、今の一瞬にプトレマイオスの1000年を覆す秘密が隠されていたぞ。わからないか？私を火星、君を地球とした時に君からはどう見えた？まず最初の地点では君から見て前方にいる私は前に向かって巡航してたはずだ。しかし速度の違いから距離が縮まる。ここで君から見ると私が巡航する速度はどんどん遅くなっていく。そしてついに並び追い越す一瞬、地球の君から見て火星の私は後ろに逆行している。
Yes.
そして完全に追い越してしまえば再び前進しているように見える。
Wow.
もし逆行は本当に行われているのではなく、
Wait, this is correct.
地球から観測し
Yes.
ているせいでそう見えているだけだとしたら、本来の惑星の軌道はこうだ。どちらがより
Wow. Okay, I was moments away, just from like the first minute, I was moments away from giving this the zeal of disapproval. But wow. This definitely gets the zeal of approval. Actually, I think this is how I also first learned about retrograde motion. I did something like similar where you would do like a demonstration. And this is like I believe this is one of the reasons why like the Ptolemaic model was disproved. Because planets shouldn't suddenly like go backwards and then go forwards again. But this can be fully explained if the sun is at the center of the universe. Zeal of approval, orbital approval, zeal approval. Yeah, no, this, wow. Absolute approval. Oh, this is so good. See, I've been recommended this show, but I've actually not watched it yet. Expert TM who submitted this also said that the final episode of Orb is coming out today, actually. And would love a watch along. But I think, you know what this would be really fun for? So I'm actually like pretty close to starting up membership and monetization. I think it would probably require like a few more months still, but we're getting there. And I think the first thing that I want to do once we get membership opened up is to do an Orb watch along. Like the full thing. Yes, binge watch it all together. And that could be one of the like membership benefits. Yeah. Does that sound good? Yeah, if that sounds like a good idea, let me know, because this is really great. I think somebody also said that this was like second to Dr. Stone. Honestly, I love Dr. Stone, so this seems like a show that I would really enjoy. That would be cool. Yeah, everyone a huge fan of that? Yeah. Yeah, no, this is great. Oh, this was so much fun. And Wait, this was the perfect way to end things too. With the zeal of approval. This was great. I think this has to be like the most scientifically accurate, along with Dr. Stone. Has a lot of yapping about God and philosophy. That's true. I also don't mind getting a little bit philosophical. I'm not the philosophical type. I know a lot of physics people are like, also quite philosophical, because a lot of the questions we're dealing with are like of immense scale and dealing with like the universe and that kind of stuff. Yeah, what surprised me initially was that I was so prejudiced against it. That being said, like, the very start, they drew a model with, like, the Earth at the center, and I was like, what? And then they also drew, like, the, orbits, like, without ellipses, but to be fair, they were just trying to demonstrate what the order of the planets were, not necessarily, like, the shape of the orbits. Yeah. Sounds like a good idea. Just make sure to announce the membership thing for a while before it happens. Yep, no, I definitely will. Yeah. And I think that's the last clip. So I... Oh! Thank you, Mimicry, for subscribing. Oh. The subscription notification. Yes. So next Thursday we'll... Here, let me zoom out a little bit. So first off, thank you all so much for submitting clips. If I didn't get the chance to review another clip you had in mind, put it in the comments of this VOD, and I will do a sequel. And also let me know if you do want to see a sequel. But considering how popular this was, I definitely will think about it. And next Thursday, I'm planning to do an Astrobytes Journal Club, where we'll go over some astrophysics research discoveries together. I have to admit, I'm really excited for this one. This one I've been thinking about for quite some time. I also feel like I'm probably more qualified to talk about astrophysics than most types of physics. And this will also be my last stream before my hiatus. I'm also hoping at this journal club that we can go over the results of the Zensus that I sent out a while ago. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then my plan is to return on April 1st. Or will it be me who returns? I don't know. It may not be me. It might be somebody else who returns on April 1st. Who knows? Yeah, I love old science. Honestly, maybe that might be a cool lecture to do. I want to do more live lectures as well. Hey, the astrologer. Shh. Exactly. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap things up, get some work done before the Australian Grand Prix tonight. So... For the Formula 1 fans in the chat, have a lot of fun. I'll also be having a lot of fun. If you're not a Formula 1 fan, I recommend you check it out. It's actually really, really cool. Thanks, Z. This was a fun stream. I'm really glad you all enjoyed. Yes. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Until then, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you also for submitting clips as well. This was, honestly, like, my face hurts from, like, smiling and laughing. But I feel like that's a good feeling to have. I had a lot of fun. Alright. Everyone have an epic day. Goodbye. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.